What happens when an incurable optimist confronts an incurable disease? A question worth pondering with Michael J. Fox. Do you remember the first time you were in New York City?
I came to see you. I came to see you and do today's show.
Promoting a new show, and I introduced a new name in Hollywood, Michael Fox.
What do you do if you are children of the 60s and your oldest son makes William Buckley look like FDR? Actor Michael Fox plays just such a son on the NBC television series Family Ties. You don't subscribe to the Wall Street Journal in real life?
I don't yet. I have to be careful on the set that I'm not holding it upside down.
Me and my friend who came with me to New York wandered down Fifth, and we were at breakfast, and it was $20. I lost my I had $20.
What you remember is breakfast. And I remember meeting you. On the cusp of a very bright future.
There were people at every state in the union at that protest.
What were you protesting? Good grooming?
Family Ties debuted 40 years ago.
Well, how do I look?
Middle-aged.
After taping the first show with a live audience, did you know you were the star?
I knew it landed.
He knew he'd found something, and this was the moment he found it. The name of his character was Alex Keaton, until he takes the phone.
Alex P. Keaton here.
I just did this ad lib thing, and I was supposed to say, hello, this is Alex Keaton. And I just went, hello, this is Alex P. Keaton. And then it became a big part of the character.
Is P funny?
P's funny, P's percussive. Percussive P.
Parkinson's not funny, an incurable degenerative disease. But for years, Michael J. Fox has been getting a laugh. Parkinson's is a gift.
It's a gift that keeps on taking, but it's a gift.
Every time I see you, I can see it's taken a little bit more of something.
It's been 30 plus years. There's not many of us that had this disease for 30 years.
Half his life.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks having Parkinson's.
As millions know too well.
For some families, some people, it's a nightmare. It's a living hell. We have to deal with realities that are beyond most people's understandings.
Fox is first to say he has advantages.
My life is set up so I can pack Parkinson's along with me if I have to.
But at some point, Parkinson's going to make the call for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's banging on the door. Yeah, I mean, I won't lie, it's getting harder. It's getting harder. It's getting tougher. Every day gets tougher. But that's the way it is. I mean, who do I see about that?
Even talking comes at a price.
I can make myself still, but I won't be as animated.
Show me what happens if you make yourself still. As he showed us 6 years ago. But we're not talking.
I can't talk, I start to move.
More now than tremors and slurred speech, muscle rigidity, the exhausting jerks and twists. It's been falls and broken bones.
I had spinal surgery. I had a tumor in my spine, and it was benign, but it messed up my walking. And then I started to break stuff. Broke this arm, I broke this arm, I broke this elbow, I broke my face, I broke my hand.
Falling on things.
From falling, which is a big killer with Parkinson's. It's falling and aspirating food and getting pneumonia, all these subtle ways that get you. You don't die from Parkinson's, you die with Parkinson's. I'm not going to be 80. I'm going to be 80.
He does think about mortality, but at 61, he savors his past.
I had to go through our den, our TV room, and I looked up at Back to the Future when I was just starting. And I hadn't seen it since like 1987, I hadn't seen it.
As he recalls, Tracy Paulin, his wife of 35 years, had been waiting for him.
I sat down on the sofa. Like 45 minutes later, Tracy goes, "What are you doing? Where are you?" And I said, "Back to the Future's on." She said, "You're watching Back to the Future?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm really good at it."
In the summer of 1985, Michael J. Fox was the hottest name in Hollywood, with not only a #1 movie, but a #2, and a top TV show. 20 to 30% of TV viewing audience was watching you. Yeah. That's not true now.
On a Thursday night, walking down the hallway of the hotel, in every room I could hear Family Ties. And it was massive.
How'd you handle that fame?
I pigged out on it. I loved it.
Mike he's a genuinely great guy. I mean,
In recognition of his foundation work, old friend Woody Harrelson presented Fox with an honorary Oscar last year.
We did some damage. We did some damage in the 80s.
You say we did some damage.
We had a good time.
Is it possible you did some damage?
Yeah, very possible. I mean, there's so many ways that I could have hurt myself. I could have hit my head. I could have drank too much at a certain developmental period. Most likely, I think, is that I was exposed to some kind of chemical. What we say is that genetics loads the gun and environment pulls the trigger.
$1.5 billion. That's how much the Michael J. Fox Foundation has raised for research, announcing a breakthrough this month, a biomarker for Parkinson's, which could mean faster diagnosis and treatment.
This is, changes everything. I know with where we are right now, in 5 years, they will be able to tell if they have it, be able to tell if they're ever going to get it, we'll know how to treat it.
It's great if you understand what I'm saying, but I'd rather you don't fall over.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
The child I love best is one I'm with at the time. My kids are great. I love being with my family.
You know what? You could put a little bit of this in there.
His family all appear in a new documentary about Fox.
The story of me, take two.
His life.
What did it mean to be still?
I wouldn't know. I was never still.
His career.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
And, of course, Parkinson's. It's called Still. What does still imply, evoke?
I can never be still until I couldn't be still.
And still has other meanings. Still here.
Endurance.
Still committed.
I'll take them all.
Good, stop and reset.
And we see it all. Losing his footing.
All right, I'm okay. Thank you.
But not his dignity or his sense of humor.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you. You knocked me off my feet.
And you come in with the punchline.
You knocked me off my feet.
You knocked me off my feet. Got the laugh.
Always looking for the laugh.
Yeah.
Always looking for the laugh.
Michael J. Fox is a serious person. Funny, but wise. There had never been a time in your life that wasn't amazing.
Very good life.
And it's perverse to say it, but kind of a charmed life.
That's the point. That's the joke. I recognize how hard this is for people, and I recognize how hard it is for me. But I have a certain set of skills that allow me to deal with this stuff. And then I realized, with gratitude, optimism is sustainable. I mean, if you can find something to be grateful for, then you find something to look forward to, and you carry on.
Write that down. With gratitude.